Hi there, friend. I'm Marve Eikenes from Lead Life Well, and in working with leaders, professionals, and entrepreneurs, I run into a whole lot of exhausted, worn out people. Maybe even you are one of those people. What we miss out on is giving ourselves permission to do some things that we really offer. In fact, we're kind of stingy with giving ourselves permission. We would grant it to a friend, but we wouldn't grant it to ourselves. Maybe not consciously, but as a result of how we conduct ourselves in life, we are not giving ourselves permission. So I want to share with you just 6 things that would be really helpful if you gave yourself permission to do. And the first one may seem really obvious, but it's just simply space to breathe. No agenda, just being. Some of my favorite times are on a Saturday where I just have the luxury of moving from one activity to another. I call it meandering, and I've talked about that before. But we need moments where we really don't have an agenda. The second thing that I want you to give yourself permission to do is to take time to reflect. And whether that's something you do, say, while you're walking or hiking, or maybe you're more of a journaler like I am, however you best reflect, kind of process what's been taking place in your life and work, the much more gathered you're going to be, and you will feel so much better about life and work when you've had that opportunity to kind of reflect and think about things. We squeeze out that time in our hectic schedules, and we don't allow ourselves a whole lot of quiet space to reflect. In fact, if we're driving in the car, we could be reflecting, but oftentimes we're listening to a podcast or the radio or something else. So we're filling up that time and not allowing ourselves the space to just reflect and think. The third way in which we really often don't give ourselves permission to give ourselves the gift of caring for you. Self-care is a necessary practice if you're going to face a demanding life and work schedule, right? So we need to be doing things that help us care for you. That's investing in your health, physically, emotionally, spiritually, relationally, and engaging in activities that bring you joy. Otherwise, you're going to resent the day-to-day activities, and we don't want that, right? We want you to show up with an energized being, and when you don't practice self-care, it's really difficult to do that. The fourth thing I want you to give yourself permission to do is the chance to try and fail. That's how we grow, is stepping out and trying something. I often like to think of it in terms of practicing or experimenting, but giving yourself a chance to try some things and just see how it goes. And, it may be completely successful, or it may be just a great learning experience, but to give yourself permission to try. The fifth thing I would love for you to give yourself permission to do is to hope for a bright future. And when I say that, I mean make the space you need to plan for tomorrow, plan for the future out there, and to dream a little. Sometimes we're so stuck in the day-to-day, the next thing, pretty soon we're just kind of going in through the motions, and we're not actually tackling some things in our life that would be really rewarding, accomplishments that would really make a difference in other people's lives and so forth. So, hope for a bright future. Give yourself permission to plan and dream. And then last but not least, number 6, connecting. Give yourself permission to connect, not just with other treasured people in your life, but with God as well, to make that connecting time a priority. And even above and beyond just connecting, having coffee with somebody or lunch with somebody, connecting in that way, but investing in growing relationally yourself, learning how to relate more constructively. is a really powerful thing to give yourself permission to do. Something that will enhance your personal relationships, your relationships with your spouse, your kids, and your coworkers. So 6 things that I hope that you will give yourself permission to do. Hey, I'm Marva Iaconis from Lead Life Well, and I absolutely love helping leaders, professionals, and entrepreneurs pursue life in a more purposeful way that enables them to experience both peace and see progress. And if that's something that you would like to work on in your life, I would love to chat with you.